Hey you, Steven's Mind here. Don't get in my mind today, because you definitely don't want to. If you did not see my community post, I had a really bad day yesterday. My neighbor called me, freaking out, like screaming. Steven, help me, oh my gosh, help me, get over here. Like, screaming. I thought somebody broke into her house, was trying to kill her. She wouldn't tell me what was going on. She was just irate, just freaking out. So I grabbed my gun and I ran over there thinking I was gonna have to stop somebody from hurting her. I get over there and her dog is being attacked by two pit bulls. Viciously attacked. She says, don't shoot them, and it was in their garage. I don't know in that moment the legality of shooting a dog, even in a situation like that. Two dogs. So I had to fight them for at least 10 minutes. And I'm not exaggerating. Kicking, punching. I had to use a 2x4. I eventually had to use a crowbar. Nothing was working. These dogs, like pit bulls, like one of their heads was like this. Her dog was laying there, crying, screaming. These dogs were biting its stomach, its throat open, shaking, and I love dogs. Finally, I grabbed the hose. Even we were dumping vinegar on them, on their faces. Getting the hose got the big one away. He actually walked out of the garage, but he stood at the door of the garage, and I kept having to spray him because he kept trying to come back. Meanwhile, I am fighting this other dog while it's killing her dog. And I grabbed the crowbar and I pushed into it enough to push it against the wall. And it let go. And I told my neighbor, "Get your dog." And she was just shut down. I can't. I'm like, "You have to get your dog right now before this dog comes back." Meanwhile, the dog behind me is growling and getting closer. And I'm like this, my neighbor's daughter, who's 17. She's like, "I'll do it." And she has a baby. She had a baby in her hands almost the whole time. I had to tell her to get in the house. Don't be in the garage with your baby. Don't be in the garage at all. This is a dangerous situation. So she put the baby in the house. She came back out. Her mom would not. She was just in shock. And, she grabbed her dog. While she was dragging her dog in the house, the dog I had pinned with the crowbar got loose and was biting her dog. I grabbed it, literally threw it across the garage, threw it. The other dog starts coming towards me, and that dog I threw came at me. I ran in the house, literally shut the door within a split second. I almost shut the door on its head. If that dog had gotten in the house, I don't know. I'm sore. I don't know if I got bit or if I hit myself with a crowbar or a 2x4. My leg is really messed up. It's bruised. It was bloody. I cleaned it up really good. It hurts really bad to walk on today. So, I did not sleep good. I feel traumatized. Having to hit a dog like that was horrible. Even though what they were doing was horrible, what I was doing was trying to help. We called the police. The police never showed up. They sent animal control. Animal control came. These dogs were literally after we all got in the house, their front door, had the glass. It's giant glass. They were trying to break through the glass, viciously jumping at the door for probably 3 or 4 minutes, and then they disappeared. Maybe 10 minutes went by. Their poor dog is on the floor, barely breathing, not moving, starting to growl at us because of the situation. Animal control gets here. They take the dog. I escort them to their truck because I don't know if these dogs are going to come back while they're carrying it. Their injured dog. Couldn't find them. Asked the vet guy, whatever, is the dog going to make it? They said no, probably not. These 2 dogs are loose in my neighborhood. We have a special needs kid in our neighborhood who walks his dog every day around the time that these 2 vicious dogs ended up missing. So I jumped in my car, drove down the block, around the corner, knock on their door, and he answers. I said, "Hey, get your mom." His mom comes to the door, confused. What? I said, "You need to make sure he doesn't walk his dog today." I warned them. I told her what happened. We exchanged numbers. I come home. She thanked me immensely. I get home. Maybe 20 minutes later, she calls me. She said, "Steven, I think you saved my son's life and my dog." And very well, those dogs probably could have attacked him because they came at me at the end. I was their target after the dog was getting inside. So she called me, thanked me, and she told me that their neighbor's dog, they killed their neighbor's dog. So if that kid would have been walking around, I don't want to think about it, but they caught the dogs. They're gonna be put down, and the crazy part is my other neighbor has 2 dogs. I went and knocked on her door and said, "Hey, you might want to get your dogs in the house. There's 2 Pitts attacking. They're vicious. I had blood all over me." And she's like, "Let me go check." Her dogs were missing. She has 2 dogs. They're missing. I know they're big dogs. It ended up being her dogs doing this. So my neighbor's over here. This happened to them. Neighbor over here. It was her dogs. I'm the house in between, in a cul-de-sac. So they're in trouble. Ugh. Anyway, I've got Sam Tompkins and Ren. This is the first time they played together. It's only like a minute long, which I gotta be honest, I don't really feel like doing a reaction today. I would much rather not, but I know that I need to keep up some consistency on YouTube. I have other reactions I can edit from my live stream for the rest of the day, but I know you guys like Ren in the mornings, and I'm trying to stick with Ren or like-minded artists like Ren, because I know that audience, you guys are good for Chinchilla and Sam Tompkins and Ren and probably other artists like that. If you guys have any... Man, my chest is hurting me. Feels like acid reflux. Any artists like Ren that you want me to react to, or any... I hope I'm not having a panic attack. Feels like a gas, acid reflux or something. Any artists like Ren that you guys would watch me react to, please tell me in the comments. Here we go. Why is my chest hurting me?
got poxy euphoric, you stick in the nose, and she's just under the upper hand. And goes mad for a couple of she don't wanna go outside tonight, cause in her pipes you fly to the motherland. Sell love to another man. It's too cold outside. The angels fly.
What's crazy is knowing how good Ren is at singing, and he's giving Sam the stage like that. Like he's lifting him up. His whole saying about how a rising tide lifts all ships, he's been doing that since day one. He represents that. He lives that. I love that. He doesn't just talk, he acts, he does.
Little lady, your mind you made up. Your injuries you can't hide with makeup. You need some medical advice to make up. A little light say just in case I don't.
Ah! Oh, I forgot. Sam posted this video in 2018, and here's a story on how he and Ren met for the first time. Oh, I don't want to read all this. I know. I already know this. Basically, Ren saw Sam singing and stopped, gave him an amp, and played guitar for him. And that was it. Love God, love the fight, love your life. Don't give up on anything unless it's bad for you. Holy shite. Please subscribe. Make me feel better. Thanks.